Day 368 for the vlog. Day rating 7. Feeling a little tired. Had a long day in fighting. Oh, sorry. Trying to go to sleep right now. I got 2 more sets of push-ups to do, and I still gotta read. But my body just saying lay down. Yeah, but day started with getting up at 5:15, taking the pup for a quick potty break, and then met up with a friend to go run. Oh, excuse me. At Tabbytown Lake, and we did about 4.5, 5 miles. We did one loop, and then they had asked if we could kind of jog a little bit, walk a little bit. And so we were running, talking for a bit, and then they just like, hey, sorry to do this, I just need a break. I'm like, okay, let's just take it easy, just catch up and chat. Don't worry about the miles. So the loop was about 5. We had kind of ran about 4.5, maybe jogged another quarter mile and walked another quarter mile, so almost right on 5. And then came back, took the pup for a walk. It was nice to feel warmed up and get outside and have the pup relax. Not too many other dogs were outside, so that was nice. Then took a quick shower, got to work. Work was a little bit quiet the first half, and then had lunch. I had made a ton of chicken in a crock pot, and so I just was all shredded up. I put that in a couple hamburger buns. Turned out okay. I think I needed some kind of sauce with it, or even ketchup. It was a little bit drier than I was expecting, even though I had almost a marinade on the chicken. I think it was just the wheat buns were just pretty thick. But I had a little bit of the veggies with it, like a veggie tray. And then came back, started to work. Still stayed pretty quiet for the day. My buddy had left at, was it 2:30 to go to a doctor's appointment, and he said, after that, I'm going to try to go see the Batman. Because it just came out today. And I was like, don't text me. I don't want to see any spoilers. I don't want to hear any spoilers. I'm going at 8. And like, really? And so he's like, don't check your phone. I'm like, please don't do it. And so I didn't see him there, but we were at the same theater. He just got there. His movie started at 6 and mine started at 8. So after work, came back. I took a little bit of a nap. Was tired already. And then the pup was over here, and thankfully she was a little bit quiet. But I felt bad because she had probably slept most of the day. Okay, you don't need to push me, baby. Hey. Hey, you don't need to push me. You don't need to push me. Thank you. And so I just kind of sat down. I was like, if she sits down, I'll just take a little 15-minute nap. But if she wants to play, we'll just get up and go walk and keep moving. Something in my eye. And thankfully she laid down real quick. I was like, okay, great. So just 10-15 minutes. Got up, took her for a little walk. It was nice, had a great walk, got ready for the group run. Oh, I did a quick charge on not my phone, but the watch and the little light that I carry with me for the evening runs. Then I told the groups, like, hey, I gotta take off a little early, so I might not run the full 6.5, 7. And there was a guy there from Thursday's run, John. He was there, so we kind of ran together. And it was a new-ish loop for him. He said he's only ran it once, so he's still not quite sure where to make the turn in back through the neighborhood. So it's like, I'll run with you. And there was another John there, so they had briefed him. I was like, hey, John, how's it going, buddy? You getting ready for the race? How you feeling? He's like, I'm okay. I'm like, why hesitant? It's like, I'm not quite in shape that I want to be, but I'm gonna race it. I'm like, okay, cool. I like the attitude and good luck. It's like, thanks. And it's like, any other marathons coming up? It's like, no, not right now. And by that time, the other guy had caught up, was running with us. I was like, oh yeah, hey, sorry, John. This is John. And they kind of laughed. But they were both named John. I don't know if you spell their names the same, Jhon or Jon or John. Got them introduced for a minute, and then got to about half mile ish. There's a canal, and then the racing John had taken off, and then you and John kind of stuck with me. He's like, hey, sorry, man, I don't mean to slow you down. I'm like, oh, man, don't worry. I ran about 4.5, 5 miles this morning. This is just extra miles for me. My legs are a little bit shot, a little bit tired and fatigued. So I'm just trying to get in some miles, and I'm not too worried about how far we go. I just need to kind of take off early, too. It's like, oh, yeah, what do you got somewhere being like, I'm gonna watch the Batman. It's like, oh, you're a movie fan. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely a movie fan. I'm trying to watch it before someone ruins the story for me. And so try to go before someone gives me their opinion. I'd rather develop my own opinion and have my own thoughts on it. Sorry, it just sound weird. Yeah, so we kept jogging, and he had said he'd went to another running group downtown yesterday, and he's like, everyone was racing like 2.5 miles. They were just going sub 6 pace, or did he say sub 6 or 6:10 pace? Maybe it was 6:30. I don't think it was sub 6. It was like, I think he said 6:15, 6:20 pace. And he said, man, I felt like yesterday was a race workout type deal. It was fast. My legs are a little bit heavy, so sorry if I don't keep up. I was like, don't worry, I'm there with you too. We had a good workout yesterday, ran this morning. I'm a little tired. I'm just trying to get through the day too. So we continued to chat and talk a bit. We had a good little conversation, talking about where we were from, our backstory, and he's telling me more about how he ran in high school. And I believe he said he ran a 4:24, 4:28 in high school, which is great. We're like really good. And he's like, yeah, but in New Jersey I was from, there was 1,000 other guys faster than me. And like, that happens, you're in a big neighborhood, there's always that extra competition there. I was like, what about you? What'd you do? And I said, I ran college. I went to here, and coached afterwards, And so we started talking about times and people and races. And he's like, so what about training? I was like, training was different in college. It was get up, run about 7 to 8 for a workout, go to class, come back in the afternoon, run another 4 to 5 miles, come back the next day, run 70 minutes, go to your classes, come back, run another 4 to 5 miles. And it's like, you do that 5 days a week, have a race Saturday, long run Sunday, do it all over again. I'm just like, wow, that's a lot of miles. Like, yeah, I feel like everything you do revolved around running. So it was good and bad. It's hard to kind of branch out, but it was good because that's where I wanted to be and that's what I wanted to do. So it's like, if I could do it another year, I would totally do it. But then that was about it for the run. Like, in a nutshell, that's what the conversation was. Then we got back and I was like, hey man, I gotta head out a little bit early. I don't catch this movie. So as soon as Pawan and Garrett showed up, I had taken off. I said, you sure you don't want a popsicle? We got a couple treats. I'm like, no, I can't. I gotta head out. And thankfully, I headed out in time. I was driving by In-N-Out, and I was like, that was planning on getting there, getting a burger and fries and eating it on the way over. And the line was small. There was only about 6 or 7 cars in front of me, which for In-N-Out is pretty good. So I stopped at In-N-Out, grabbed a burger and fries, actually 2 fries and a burger, and a cup of water, and started eating in the car. And I still got about 8 or 9 minutes, so I don't want to say take my time, but I can eat here. So I ate about half of it, and then was slowly munching on it on the way over. Got in the parking lot, had another, I don't know, it was only 2 minutes left. So I was trying to eat as much as I could because I didn't want to miss too much of the previews. And then I got in. I had to cancel one of the tickets, so that took a few more minutes. And the person said they were going to go, didn't want to go, or they bailed out, whatever it was. And they said, hey, sorry, I just can't make it. Oh, and this was like 3 hours before going, 2 to 3 hours before going. So I was like, okay, I understand. Not the end of the world. I'm just kind of bummed, that's all. So I got to sit down and enjoy. It was almost a 3-hour movie. And it was very much without, I guess, ruining anything, a Batman detective. Which was a new take, which I appreciated. But it was a lot of who did it, what's the riddle, did you catch the clue? And it just kept you thinking in a good way. What's going on now? Where is he? Not so much like where's he at? He kind of revolved around the same door, and he's in the Arkham area, right? But there's definitely something going on. Just trying to figure out all the clues. So it's good. It was good. I think I'm still trying to process it. Nothing bad that I can think of, but it's, I don't want to say a little bit slower. Maybe I just wanted an extra fight scene because I liked what they were doing with the character. And it seemed that he had some kind of background in his training. Looks like they got him some kind of martial arts thing because they did a couple shots where they panned on him and then he would punch a few and then like zoom in on him. So we're like, oh, that's still you. So I think I just wanted to see more of that. Like maybe one more scene. That's all I want. But besides that, I had a great time. I think I'm gonna plan to see it again tomorrow. So my brother and his wife are big DC comic book fans, and my brother's a huge Batman buff. So told him a month ago, I said, hey, Batman comes out next month. You want to try to see it together? He's like, yeah, let's do it. And I thought I could wait for him, but there's been times where we try to go see movies and it's like a month or two later and we just don't get the chance to go, and they have vacations planned, or he has to work the weekends and I have a race, or I go out of town, something like that. And so I said, I just want to go see it, and then if we get the chance to see it again, I'd be more than happy to watch it again. And I am very willing to go watch this one again. But right now I gotta try to finish these push-ups and get the book read so I can go to bed. And tomorrow sounds like it's gonna be go to work, come back, run, walk the pup, pack up the pup, drive up north 2 hours, walk the pup again, go watch the Batman, come back, go to bed. So not a lot of rest for tomorrow, so I should try to get as much as I can tonight. So with that, run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.